show for him.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to cut him off here. We're going to flash forward.
We got to get the QB, the golden boy on, man.
That's it, man. So we are here. Again, we're on Vegas, allnetradio.com. The call-in line, 702-483-4444. And we were speaking with Devon Scott, who's kind of giving us a synopsis of his football career.
Yep.
Clearly, I mean, he played in some programs that folks, it sounds like it were not for the faint at heart.
If you don't really love football, you wouldn't want to play.
You wouldn't want to play. All right, so now you're arriving, I think the team is the Panthers?
Yeah.
Okay, so when did you hit the Panther program?
Well, in 2004, when I got to the Panthers, they needed some backup linemen for the championship run. So Walia, who was the owner of the Panthers at the time, was a close friend of a friend of mine. And she was like, I know you're a current Steeler player, but I'm going to buy you off of the team and bring you in because we need you for the playoffs. And I was like, well, I don't really know if I want to play anymore because I was, starting to think about other things, music, acting, and everything. And she was like, just give it a try. So I came in and I broke into the starting lineup, and we won the game against the Falcons.
You just kind of glanced over that music and you threw in acting.
Yeah, I mean, if you check out my website, you can Google. And I'm pretty hot on the mixtape scene right now. Glamour Boy, Devon Malik Scott. Check me out, man. Just hit my website.
Breaking news here once again.
Glamour Boys like taking pictures, man.
On the Vegas Live Weekly Radio Show, we find out something new.
5 years from now, you'll all wish you took as many pictures you could.
Now I know we have players that act up.
Right.
I know we have players that act up. But I mean, we actually had,
thespians, musicians, artists,
if I were
comedians.
Well, okay. All right, so now this gal at the Panthers was at your heart.
Yeah.
And you joined the team. And so did you join them in 2004?
Yeah, 2004.
Was that the year that you got
and we won this. As soon as I came in, we won the championship.
Oh, so
it was great. We won again.
There.
And as soon as I got there, we won it. Then we won again in 2006.
Then you left and they stopped winning?
No, actually, they disbanded as a team in 2009 and separated into two new franchises. I think the Queens Kings and
Well, that's still a hell of a run from 2000. I assume that wasn't their first year, 2004.
No, that was actually 2003 was my first year semi-pro.
Okay, no, as far as the Panther organization.
Oh no, that was my first year at the Panther organization, 2004.
No, your first year.
Yeah, not theirs. No, not theirs. No, they were there 10 years before that.
Yeah, so that's not a bad run. I mean, that's almost 15 years.
Yeah, they were together for a long time. I'm surprised they're not together because we all still together online. We became a family. Even though we don't live together or talk that much, we always every time something's going on, we football chat with each other. We hit each other up online. It's we tag each other in the championship photos. It's it still feels like, distant relatives.
Well, what is the name of this lady again?
Walia.
Well, I just want to let you know this young man is under current contract with the Vegas Lions football team, and we're not really interested in releasing him at this time.
Thank God.
So I just want to put that out there. But what brought you to the Lions?
Well, I was going to try out last year, but I just got to Vegas. I moved to Vegas 2 years ago. A friend of mine told me to come here and said it was a great time. So I came out here, I fell in love with the place, and then I started doing research. I started to, you watch football, you get the itch for the game, and then you be like, oh, I think I can still do it. I still love this game. And so I started searching online, and then I found 5 teams, the Cowboys, a couple of the Silverhawks, and you guys, and I just started studying. And I was like, this team seemed more like me. I got a tattoo of a lion. You guys seem.
We just found out today.
You guys seem like you actually love the game. Some people do it as, I don't know, maybe a hobby or if it's just a sidebar to keep in shape. But to me, I truly love football. So I'm like, you guys seem like the most, true to the game team to me.
Well,
that's why I came out.
Well, Devon, first of all, we're very glad to have you out.
Thank you.
You are maturing. And I don't mean that just because of your age, but I just mean in terms of how you conduct yourself on the field. Which, again, the end result is that's who we want representing the Vegas Lions. Now we're going to turn the table around, and this time we're going to introduce Micah Hare, quarterback.
Hello.
Micah, how you doing, man?
Doing good, Bill.
All right, man. This is going to be a tough act to follow.
Yeah, I don't.
So what 10-man football? See, if you say now, well, I played in a 10-man league. How about that? I've gotten to know you because you were one of the first ones there, and you were, going through the early workouts, the off season, and I know that you've known Tommy, for some time from your Del Sol days.
Yeah, he was the DB and wide receiver coach when I played Del Sol.
Yeah, so Tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, are you a local product?
Yeah, I was born and raised here.
Oh, okay. All right. And where'd you go to high school? Obviously, you went to Del Sol, but...
Well, actually, I went to Silverado High School for 2 years.
Okay.
And then transferred over to Del Sol my junior year and
All
played
right.
2 years over there.
All right. Yeah, and I know you're pretty young, and so I think are you 19?
19, yeah.
Yeah, 19, yeah. Because there's certain gigs we can't get you involved with because you're under 21.
Yep.
Yeah, but since Tommy's here, and each of you has basically about 33 minutes of immunity that I can bail you out should you say something crazy about Tommy. But talk about a little bit about your relationship because you're with the Lions, but since you've known Tommy for a while, just tell us a little bit about your relationship with him.
Yeah, well, when I came over to Del Sol, they had a really good program going from the years before, so I was really excited about that. And you could just instantly, from the difference between what was happening in Silverado and Del Sol right away with the coaches. I mean, the footwork drills, the speed drills, the actual relationship the coaches were building with the players, it was just a lot more in depth. And halfway through my senior year, our quarterback coach actually had to leave. So Tommy kind of took on that role of the quarterback coach at Del Sol and started showing me some different things, different dropbacks. And after my senior year, things really didn't go the way I wanted. Didn't really get any kind of football scholarships to go anywhere. It's like every kid's dream. Didn't have the senior season that I was hoping to have. And so really I remember after the season just really just kind of praying to God, and I was like, I really want to play again just sometime. If you can open up some kind of option to play again, that would be the coolest thing. I was really kind of hoping. And a couple of buddies of mine started playing football every Friday at the park, just hanging out, and they let me know that Coach Tommy was the head coach at a semi-pro football team. And I was kind of at that time I was looking online for different ones, couldn't really find, looked at like the Assassins and the Wolverines, and I'm really glad I didn't go with those people. And found out that Coach Tommy was the coach. So that day I messaged him on Facebook and just was like, hey, I really want to come out, whatever I can do. And since then, I think really our relationship as coach and player has really improved a lot. I've learned a lot, and I do a lot better when I listen to him. If I could just do that more often, I definitely.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, I've learned. He definitely has proven that he knows what he's talking about for sure over the years. And I mean, my 40-time drop, 2/8 of a second or something like that. I mean, 2/10. Everything has improved since I started doing the workouts, like you said, over spring. Everything. Football-wise has improved, so I'm really, really excited to be a Lion.
Man, I'm really glad to hear that. Because I try not to miss too many practices, and I'm out there, but I can tell the difference since this is year 2 for us. I can see the vast difference just in terms of where the players are at now versus where they were in 2013. When we really weren't conducting those kind of drills that you've done, and have been doing since literally January. Yeah. And for those players that have been consistently doing that, you're voicing the fact that it has improved your speed skills.
Oh yeah.
Because initially you were talking about fast twitch muscle drills. I had no idea what you were talking about, but you were really excited about it. Plus, you referenced an individual who had NFL experience, and NFL coaching experience and playing experience. So I mean, I knew that there was a method to your madness.
Absolutely, always is.
The goal has always been to try to get players to buy into what we're selling.
Yeah.
But as this is our year 2, we're going to stop trying to sell you on it if you can't accept it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I mean, they're basically, they're 2 lines. You either get in line or you get on down the line.
Exactly.
I mean, we can no longer, try to nurture a bunch of grown-ass men.
Well, I'm not one of those guys.
No,
I'm
not
a
to rub
coddler.
the belly.
I'm not a coddler.
And I think you probably have 0 bedside manner.
Yeah, it's not very good. Well, like I've told the players, don't come to me with your little injuries unless the bone's sticking out or blood's spewing. I don't really.
Yeah, I mean, we're not interested in, dragging some poor bastard out there and, put 2 wood splints on his legs and you're going back. Take this Tylenol.
Bone's sticking out, he's okay. I'll let him sit out.
I appreciate it. I don't want to get sued. At the end of the day.
That would be good.
Well, this is the Vegas Lions Weekly Radio Show on VegasAllNetRadio.com. We're always looking for a breaking story. Now, clearly, we didn't know Devon here was an actor, musician, entrepreneur.
The videographer, too, because he's been videotaping this whole thing.
Raconteur.
I'm part Asian. I'm part Asian.
Well, there goes the license to the show. But Micah, what are your hobbies, man? I know football is one of them, but what are some of your outside interests?
Yeah, football is definitely a big one. I'm pursuing the fire department right now. That's
Are you
definitely
really?
a hobby of mine. Yeah, my dad is a Clark County fireman. He's been a fireman for close to 10 years now. He's actually an engineer. Now he just drives the engine, but that's kind of what I'm pursuing.
Well done, man.
Yeah,
and
it's exciting.
thanks to your dad for for serving the public.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a really cool job, and I just got my EMT basic and kind of got to go through a couple of clinicals where you work 8 hours or 12 hours at the hospital, and
Yeah.
12-hour ride-alongs and stuff, and I mean, you just see some of the most crazy things that happen. A whole different side of Vegas. I mean, it's just insane what happens here.
Yeah, I mean, we get obviously news that we kind of filters through some of the time, but being out there on the front line each and every day, you certainly see it in a different light.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but I know that it's been, honestly, it's been difficult to get you on the show because, I think we initially asked you, it was like a month ago. First, when we talked to you about it.
I think you did. Yeah, I actually just started a new job at Wells Fargo as a bank teller, so that was probably.
Far be it from us to get you canned.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to make this show.
I was glad I was able to make it. I really was.
Again, folks, we really want you to get to know these young men, and because playing football at this level, there's no salary, no one is paid, which protects the eligibility for the young men who still want to continue their collegiate career. But these are guys who have day jobs. Some are still in school, some have already been in school, and they're very much trying to live their dream. And as each of us has our own individual dreams, this is theirs. And we try to make as much as possible a professional platform for you to exhibit your skills. One of the outcomes of this past meeting was that huddle has finally been secured by the league, which allowed us to save $150 in what we ordinarily would have had to. Jeff will have he'll be the team administrator, so he's going to get the code. So not only will the coaching staff obviously have use of this, but each individual player will have their own passcode and be able to use it.
That's huge.
Yeah, and again, we knew that by getting with the NDPFL, we knew that this was certainly going to be a cut above the rest with regard to the league, and certainly with regard to the Lions. Since we're at the bottom of the hour, we're going to take our second break. Again, you're listening to the Vegas Lions Weekly Radio Show on VegasAllNetRadio.com. Welcome to the Pride.